made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Go! Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Big stop, G, big stop, let's go. Mike's 59. Get it. 59.
Back to throw. And right away, he lost the football. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. For a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's our time. Undercut.
Weapon.
Undercut.
Deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 2nd down, McLeod. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Go.
Mike 50. We don't want this. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's.
Look, squeeze.
Joker. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. McLeod, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Check 13. Tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run.
Protein spill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run this one in. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Yep.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Check.
Hey, Echo.
Check. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
5.
2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Don't get nervous.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 50. 43.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Yellow. Yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Zoo draw Corkers. Hey, Zoo. Leo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here I come.
Hard.
Here I come. Back.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
I got it. You go tight.
Fair.
You got to go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DJ Moore. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's crashing.
Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
0-15.
Charlie.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
I don't listen. 480. 15.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game You think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Go.
Show it in. Shift.
Hey, lock it.
Shoot. 2nd and 6. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's Mahomes. Going deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 16, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, we got 15. Shit.
Hey, 15.
On second and 12, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. It's Crawford. And all the way up to the 49. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt it's on the offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Mahomes now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
24 is the mark. Switch up, switch up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
24 is the mark.
Now it's Mahomes again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Go out.
Check out.
Look. Squeeze.
Check.
Like. Go.
On 1st down, McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense. He's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 30 base.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat.
80 weapon. And let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, foxtrot.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. So don't say nothing. Slam, slam. Check, check, check.
Protein spill. Ready.
On second down now, McLeod. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Chance,
Leo.
double up. He's got
Snap.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 49, Chiefs 21. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
61, matchbox 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 43.
Blue draw corkers. Hard.
Oh, you got deep? Hey.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Hey, Ripland. Mike's 50, Mike. Haywood. Come on.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Five. Go.
Watch the motion. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. You must be getting tired.
They'll drop the throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 50's the Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
2nd and 13. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Kill.
Greystone travel. Hey, Delta.
59 Mike. Check, 59. In the face. Check
down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Orbit.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check, crunch.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.